Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which of this pay dirt are we gonna go? That one. What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed bringing you yet another episode of Backyard Prospecting. Now, we put up a vote of a this and a that. We couldn't seem to come to a consensus. We're still tied. So, this week, rather than going with that, we're going to go with this. And if you can get with this, then later you can get with that. But for now, we're going to get with this because this is where it's at. And what we got is some pay dirt off of the eBay. Now this is a really special one because this one comes from Nome, Alaska. The seller, Brian Wilder, spent a little bit of time on the Wild Ranger. You may be familiar with this vessel from the old Bering Sea Gold. Old Vernon. He's got himself a little dredge up there called the Wild Ranger. Brian happens to work with him. So, we got some of that. We got some gold off the Ranger, some dirt off of the Nome beaches. So we got some Nome Beach pay dirt with some Wild Ranger gold. Now this one, I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a great time going through it. I love going through Nome Beach sands. And so this is what we got. Now, shipped to us in the old little white envelope package here. I already split it open because I couldn't wait to check it out. But what we got inside is a bag of pay dirt. And that's it. American Gold Prospectors. Apparently, they have a channel on YouTube. So once you're done checking out the review, go check out their channel, and then you can leave them either good or bad. Leave them either good or bad feedback, depending on how this worked out. But the bag itself, really heavy-duty Mylar bag. The dirt feels dry, and I appreciate that. Now, one thing I really like. That's a sticker. So when all's said and done, we got a new sticker for the wall. Unless we get bunked, then probably won't be going up on the wall. But we'll check it out either way. So, kick back and relax. Oh, of course, pay dirt amount, I think it feels about a pound. I don't remember actually saying how much I was supposed to be buying, just that we were getting some pay dirt. But I'll put up the sales page. It's a Facebook post for you here. You can check out the details. This bag cost us $70. There's supposed to be 1 gram of gold in here. So, you know, already ROI should be pretty damn good. So we'll check it out here and see what we got. Stick around. All right, we're back. We're ready to bust this bag open and see what's inside. Like I say, it is a very sturdy Mylar bag that it's packed up in. It is full of air, and it may have popped on the way, but it didn't, so we're not going to ding them there. Though, I do prefer a little bit more security taken with the bags, but it is a thick bag and nothing happened, so not going to knock them too much for that. Appreciate the opportunity to check out this dirt to begin with. Okay, so I don't need to be quite so... I see what happened. So the bag, there's a bag in the bag, as you can see, and the inner bag got heat sealed in the outer bag, so it's kind of stuck in there right now. Kind of rip it out. Now, it's just baggy, zipped up, tied up there, and that's that. Now I'm curious how much weight is actually here, because the bag looks a little bit smaller than I anticipated. But we're just a hair shy of the 1 pound mark. But do keep in mind this is wet, slightly wet sand, so a little bit less than that. That being said, it is mostly all sand. So, knowing that it's all sand, I don't feel any really large pieces. I do see a little gold. I do feel a couple larger chunks, but they're pretty flat. So I'm thinking we may just get this out of the bag and run it. No need to classify at all. I do want to at least get it out of the bag so I can take a look at it. There we go. Okay, so let's this is really light sand. We're gonna pour this out. We're just gonna pour this straight into a pan. And what I mean by it being really light sand, it's like when it doesn't feel like there's a lot of weight to the sand, not a lot of heavies. Sand itself doesn't feel very heavy, which seems a little odd to me because Nome Beach sand is really heavy in garnets, which are really heavy. You see a little bit of a red tint to it. Alright, so that's our dirt. Nome Beach sands. Now I assume it to be legitimate Nome sands because there's a little video on there of him scooping it off of the beach into a box that he sends over to himself. So, yeah. There you go. There's some sand, sandy dirt. Alright, so we're gonna fire up the sluice and we're gonna run this and see what we got. Stick around. Alright, so we got our dirt all wetted up. We're only gonna do the one classification since it's all sand, except for a couple little chunks here and there. I don't foresee those being too much of an issue. The dirt was already wet, so I wasn't able to really check for magnetics, but I mean we can stuff it in there and see what we're working with. There does seem to be a lot more magnetics in there than I'd expect. Usually Nome dirt doesn't have too much of that, but I guess it's all a matter of where you take your scoops. Alright, well, we're about to take some scoops here and run it through the sluice, so let's get to it. And here we go. Fine gold in here. A ridiculous amount of fine gold in here, actually. You can see it all just peppering the top of the pan. let this run for a minute. Polish things up. That's a really interesting looking rock right there. A lot of, looks like it might actually even be gold flake right there. We'll have to check this out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a much closer gander at this little rock here. That may be mica, or it may be gold, or it may be nothing. And I'm just seeing stuff. I'm gonna put that to the side. Maybe crush that up later. For now, let's check it out. Let's go check it out. Wow. Well, all right. That is a nice pile of gold there. So come and check this out with me. Come sail away. Look at that. Those pockets are nice and full of some fine, fine Alaskan gold. So I definitely have stocked back up on the fine gold. Got it all the way down there. Even some that has traveled as far as right there. Not seeing really anything past that, but I think I may have to pan this out, the tailings, one more time just to be sure. But either way, let's get this gold. Right. There's your gold, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Big old pile. Now, we're going to get this sucked up, dried up. I'm going to run that dirt one more time just to make sure I got everything. We're going to see how much gold we wound up with. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We got the gold all dried up. Miner Bob's hanging by with his ass. And we're ready to see how much gold we got. So let's turn this baby on. And let's see what we wound up with. So 1 gram is what was guaranteed. A lot of fine gold in here, so we'll see where we wound up. Lots and lots of fine gold. All right. And after much toiling and work, we have exactly on the dot 1 gram of gold. 1.000 grams of gold. So yeah, we got exactly what we were expecting. And, well, hold on. We'll save the final words for just a moment. For now, I'll share with you a few pictures of this super fine gold, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So, how about that? Some pretty good gold, pretty good dirt. Got the 1 gram we were promised, expecting. So we got literally exactly 1 gram. You couldn't have got closer. It was 0.000. So it was very well weighed out. We'll give you that. The dirt itself, I didn't see a lot or any really of the signature garnet that you usually will see with Nome sand. Just didn't see any. It was a lot of brown sand, so maybe it was taken from a spot that didn't have a lot of the garnets in it. Maybe a little higher up on the bank, lower up. I don't know. I've never been out there myself, so I can't really say what's what. But like I say, I did see a video of him taking the dirt from there. So, you know it's the beach sand. It just wasn't very garnet heavy like you would hope for a lot of the Nome sands. Either way, what we were after was gold, and we absolutely found gold in there. 1 gram on the dot, as promised. Now, the bag itself was about $70. I believe that was shipped. So, based on that, based on the gram of gold that we got that we were promised, it was a pretty good return. I'll put the numbers up here for all you people who love that, right there. But essentially what we saw out of that $70 purchase was about $60 worth of gold back to us. Now, unfortunately, last couple days, gold has dropped down significantly, so I'm using last week's gold value of around 18.5. Just to be fair to the seller, when I bought it from them, the value was up. They don't control the market, so I'm not going to ding them for that. So, based on that value and what we got today, we saw about $59, $60 worth of gold out of a $70 bag, and that's going to put us right around that 84%. Which is damn good. When you factor in the fact that it costs money to ship this over to me as well, the ROI gets a little bit sweeter. So, how much did it cost? Hell if I know. It doesn't really matter. I don't believe I was charged for shipping, so all good there. All in all, I gotta say, Brian Wilder, I appreciate everything you've done. The gold that you sent out here, the good time that I had going through that Nome dirt was definitely something different than I'm used to. A lot of fine gold here. Like, I wish a lot of sellers that tell you they're going to give you fine gold would give you this kind of fine gold. You just never see it. And a whole gram of it, that'll definitely go a good way towards filling my vial. So thank you very much for that. Otherwise, you know, I got to say, if you're looking for a different experience, you're tired of all the other pay dirt sellers, and you want a really good return, go check this out. It's unique. It's from a known source. Like I say, it's coming off of the Wild Ranger. So if you want some gold that was on TV, there you go. You can pick some up for yourself. Again, I'll link I'll put down below a link where you can pick up some for yourself. Hopefully you'll be able to see that post. It is a Facebook post, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, I had a really good time going through this dirt, and I think you will as well, so definitely recommend checking it out. Otherwise, I just want to say, hey, thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with me here today. Backyard prospecting. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit like on the video. And also, if you haven't, subscribe as well. That way you get all of my new content as soon as it comes out. Sunday morning sluicing, Monday BSing. Don't get left out. Lots of fun stuff going on here on the channel, and it's only going to keep on going. So get in before it's too late. Otherwise, thank you all for hanging out with me. Dig Daddy from Backyard Prospecting saying, if I don't catch you out on the rivers, I'll see you in the backyard. Peace.